guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be installing electric fans on the 2004 Silverado. This is going to be a fairly easy swap, I believe. This clutch fan is starting to allow my engine to overheat, so I figured it was about time to do this. I've had these fans since December of last year, and what happened, I took the fans off of 2006 when I was pulling a motor out for a C10 LS swap, and those fans were not gonna work with the radiator support on the C10, I believe is what happened. So I actually have two sets because I got a set for this while I was out there, but I have all the original wiring that normally goes, I believe it's right here. I'll try to insert a picture of what that looks like, but there's a separate access right here to access the fan relays and all that. So I'll have to take off the fan shroud and mount the original fan right there. This is an original fan for this truck, or for this model of truck, I should say. I'm not for sure what trucks came with electric fans as far as these SS's. This is a 2004 and it has the clutch fan, so it's gonna be all pretty easy. I do have to put some pins in the PCM, I believe. I'll be able to figure that out whenever I get down here and take this stuff out, but then I'll have to get on HP tuners and program it. At least that's what I believe I have to do so far. So let me go over here. Okay guys, so here's the fuse box right here, and here's the plug. As you can see, they are cut from the fuse box because I cut these plugs off to originally use them on the C10, and I end up not wanting to use this relay box on the C10 because I already had a custom fuse box with extra relay slots, and it'd be kind of silly to have two of these in there. It just made more sense. Anyways, so I just have to solder these connections back. This goes to power, and I believe this goes to ground. And then you get another ground for the fans right there. And these two both go in the yellow and orange, or yellow and gray right there, sorry. And we got the blue and the green that go to the PCM. I'm gonna get rid of this connector and install another connector. I have little kits so I can have a matching male and female because I don't have the other end for this one. So here we go. Alright guys, I gotta backtrack. So I took off this corner brace, just 13mm bolts, 4 total. I got my alarm mounted to this because I didn't want to drill any holes. There's already a hole right there where that nut is. Anyways, this pops off really easy. There's a clip right there you gotta pry back, and then you gotta lift these tabs on each end because they have a hook. I'll show you what I'm talking about. There's a little hook right there, little hook right there, and then since this is factory, like I said, it'll slide over. Oops. Slide over, hook in right there on that end. Oh, but this side doesn't fit. Not a problem. Yeah, this is separated. See right there. So I have to lift that up and install that. But before I do that, I want to get all the wiring done on this, put the plugs back on it and all that. I think I'm going to actually go and get everything installed, and that way I can figure out how I'm going to run my wires. And I got wire loom, so I should be able to make this all look pretty factory. And so the good thing about this swap is it's super cheap to do it this way. They are used electrical fans, but if they go out, I mean, it's not hard to find them at the salvage yard. So I got them for 30 bucks. I got the wiring harness for free from the salvage. They just gave it to me because it's not really that many wires. So this is honestly the best option. I've seen other people buy like relay kits, which is, you know, that's great if you have the money and you don't have a salvage, or, you know, if you just want to do it, you know, that way, or you want to build your own. I originally was like, oh, I'll build my own, but when I learned that you can install this factory one on the truck and it's going to look factory, and then there won't be an extra relay set anywhere or another relay box, I wanted to do it that way. There's no wrong way to do this as long as you know what you're doing when it comes to wiring. I actually looked at my dad's 2006 Silverado, and noticed it had electrical fans, so I took some pictures of it to see how some stuff was ran, and that's whenever I decided to do this swap. Need to get that bracket off. Nothing over here. Alright guys, here's the electric fans. Got the mount right there, the mount right there, the mount for those lines. The only thing wrong with these fans is this little piece of plastic right there is broke. But these were about $30. I think I already said that once, but anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and drop them in. Sorry I didn't get a very good shot of that, guys. This was pretty tricky to get in there with not knowing how to do it. I think I got it in the right spot. Just to scoot over maybe a little bit. Basically, these power steering cooler lines, which I think is what they were really tight. So you had to kind of shimmy it, put it in, and like this is the radiator. Put it in like that. Well, those little hooks we're catching on that hose right there. That hose that is your like steam port hose. Anyways, the hook was above it, catching on it. I don't know if I can show you the hook itself here, but yeah, the hook, touching it with my light down there, the hook on the fan, it was straddling this. So I pushed the fan out, bent the hose out of the way, and went down like right here. I had to pull the hose towards, you know, the passenger side, and then got it to drop in. Yeah, a little harder than I thought. I thought it was gonna just slide right in, but if those power steering cooler lines weren't in, which I'm guessing not all the trucks have that, I don't know for sure. you have to pin the PCM for your ground, I believe it's a ground signal, to make these fans work. So here's a pin from a PCM. I pulled out a PCM plug, I guess. I have an extra harness. I found a green wire, that way it'll match the corresponding colors with the relay box. So I found a green wire, and it actually went from the connector, the PCM connector, to the fuse box area on a connector, so it should be long enough. And then I also did the same thing with the blue one. A little bit further out here. Okay, so this is the finished product of making an end to go in for one of these connectors. So here is the new one I put on, and this is like a little kit. I ordered off Amazon. Comes with all the pieces that you need. Anyways, and I even robbed this off of the original one. So, and these are different if you look down in there. So I couldn't just like use the opposite male end and put it in this one. They aren't the same. So these are like a flat blade factory ones, and the other ones are circle, so they're round. So anyways, I'll show you how this little connector works. Just a little add in here, try not to make it too long. So I got my blue wire. This is the seal, little rubber seal. Put it on. This, slide the wires inside, and right where the sheath on the wire stops, that's where I'm going to stop the rubber at. They're going to be meeting up with each other. And I'll take my pliers. And try to keep this. This is going to be a little harder to do on camera probably then. Okay, smashed it a little too much. There we go. And now for the wire part. 1, 2. I have this so close to the camera because I'm using a GoPro. Okay. Okay. The solder part, I guess I can kind of show you. I'll try to do it this way. So I'll get my soldering gun, a little solder on it. Which one is it? This one. You can see a little gap, and I'll fill it up. I don't even know if you guys can see this. Okay. Did a little bit better job on the other one. And this is just extra. I like adding a little solder. Okay, so this is the what I would call the female end, because now this slides in there. So okay, and then I gotta turn off the soldering iron before I burn myself. Okay, so on here it has A and a B, B being blue, like I did that, A being green. Okay, so blue is B. Okay, so B says it right. Ooh, I don't know if this is gonna focus. Oh, gotta look at the right area. You can see B. B's on the left, A's on the right. So B for blue. Yeah, B for blue. Okay. And then A for green. And this clicks around. And it's in there. and these two will go together. There's no reason for me to. So that's how you do the wiring for the PCM. So these are the two inputs that are going to go into the PCM. I guess they're actually outputs from the PCM, but that way you can disconnect them just like the factory had them set. So instead of butt connecting these wires directly to the fuse box, so that way that fuse box can just come unplugged like it was from the factory if I want to go back. So yeah, and I'll have this plug, you know, coming out of the PCM for future use if I decided not to. Alright guys, now we're on to the PCM. So the PCM really is pretty basic on coming out. It goes in there just like that. This is blocking your view. This little clip holds the PCM in, so you just pry that up and it pops right out. And the cover's plastic, so you just gotta pry it around each of these little knobs. Oh, that's the first one. It's pretty basic. So now I gotta take these connectors out so I can put a pin in the right one. So I'll look at the wire diagram. Before I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and put the new relay box in. I have this loose, the battery off too, because that's where my new lug is gonna go. And this thing, it has little tabs right here, I think, those, and then this right here, and let you lift it up. So I'll go ahead and put it back on the tripod and do that.
The new relay box. Oh, no, that wasn't part of the other one.
That in. This is where my fans are gonna plug up, and I'll clean up this wiring. I'll wrap it in some tape and a little wire limb. It's kind of silly how long this blue wire is. I may even tuck it, but just checking this out. This one loose. This is a 7mm, by the way. That one loose. Usually if you tweak them, you can get them to break loose, but okay, so I got, hopefully you guys can see that. I got two of them broke loose. See if I can't get the other side. Oh, that one sounded like it broke. So they have little tabs. Yeah, that's just the one. Yeah, and then this one reconnected. Yeah, broke that one. Forgot there was that one behind there. Yeah, most of the time you'll break them, like I said. I've took these off several times and I'll still break them. So we're gonna do these one at a time. Okay, let's see if I can get this to focus. Maybe I can insert this picture in the video. This is the schematic. Okay, so we got the blue wires, the two blues. They go to connector C2, pin 33. So pin 33, we're gonna go back here to, this was this thread that I got the actual pin out from. Okay, C2. Okay, blue wire goes to C2. That's the green connector. Should be pin 33. Pin 33 not used. Use add pin for fan 2 relay. And that is under the green connector. So the blue wire goes to the green connector. And then the green wire goes to the blue connector. Blue wire is going to go to pin 42. We'll double check that. Pin 42. This is the blue. This is the green wire going to the blue connector C1, pin 42. Okay. So if you look on the back, they have numbers. And I don't know if you'll be able to see this. It's getting a little dark. But there's little numbers above these wires. God, it's way too bright. You can kind of see them. These are easy. I just take this hook tool, and then there's a little tab, and I just pry on the blue itself. It comes out pretty easy. These are way easier than the gray pieces. There we go. Okay, so now pin 42 right there. We're gonna have to push this yellow foam stuff out. So I usually take a pick tool and push. I'm gonna get a straight one though. I think this is gonna be kind of small too, but oh, there we go. Okay. There we go. Got it there. It's in there. Pin. See if I can show you. That's terrible. Right there, it locks into those little white tabs. You can't put these on wrong. So, okay, it's in there. Okay. This back on. Can't put this back on whenever you got a broken one in there. Okay, so I'm gonna cut the zip tie. It's in the way of pinching these tabs. So I'm gonna try this. I've never tried it before, but I'm gonna try using these pliers. Let's see if I can't get it to release. And it still wants to catch on that last one. Okay. So I only broke 2 on that. This is gonna be pin 33. Alright guys, so I got everything set in place. There's a little hole in the plastic right there, so I put my clip in there, the one that came on there. Got all my wiring and loom. Got it traveling down here, hooked up to the fans. I still have to find out where that ground cable hooks, and then I'll show you guys where I end up installing that. And I still need to put the PCM cover on. Might as well do that real quick. Alright guys, I got the wire loom ran down there, hooked up. I got some zip ties tying it down, and I hooked up the ground. Let's see. I hooked up the ground right there. There was some more grounds there. And then you can see all that. It's tidied up. Got it tidied up right there too. So that concludes all of the wiring in this. I just need to actually put the screws in the fan. Alright guys, this is how to start up HP tuners and get this tuned. If you are a new user for HP tuners, this is why I wanted to add this into the video, so you're not having to research other videos like I did, because this was my first time using HP tuners. I had downloaded it a few months back, but I have not actually used it until just now. So what you do is you go to their website, you make an account, you download the editor, and HP Tuners gives you a USB with the software on there where you can just go to the internet and download the most recent version. So I did that. I downloaded it, made an account, purchased credits on that account. You don't actually do it through this, you do it on the internet. So you do it at hptuners.com or whatever the website is. So the first thing I did before I got this editor up, I went to find it, because I knew I downloaded it, right? So I searched file folder, okay. I clicked on that. It's like, okay, scanner, yeah. Nothing there. This is all just files. So it actually downloaded it under like, I think I already have it brought up over here. HP Tuners. Yeah, it actually put it under this PC C drive program files times x86, and that's where the editor was. So you click on the editor, that's whenever you get this window. You're gonna plug in your stuff, right? And then you will go to flash, and read vehicle will be available whenever you plug that in. You press read vehicle, pops up, says read vehicle again, click read vehicle, takes a couple minutes, pop up with some information, and then you can start looking at stuff. It'll look just like this, and I already have my files brought up like I would be plugged in. So you're gonna go to system. This is what it's gonna look like, except these icons are gonna be blue because this is stuff I changed. That's why it's, because I'm on a compare file. So you're gonna go to fan type, and you are gonna hit the drop down and go to 2 fans, and then you're gonna change the temperatures on here. So that's what I did right here. 2 fans, 200 degrees, 190, 250 to 205. And I got these specific temperatures from LSX Matt. His video was pretty cool. It seemed like it was more informative on this portion of it. It's more basic, I guess you could say. But also I struggled with even getting to this point, so, because I had no idea what this even looked like. I'd never even seen anybody else use this program. So you're also, he said you're supposed to change the type fitted to analog, and I thought I did that, and I just don't know if I'm opening the right tune that I actually loaded. But go back to, yeah. So once you pick what you need changed, and you can vary these temperatures the way you want. The on and off is when fan 1 comes on, and then when fan 1 turns off, because it doesn't just stay on after it hits 200 degrees until it gets, until you turn off the truck. It turns off at a certain temperature, and that's why you want those numbers right there. Okay, so after you do this, you minimize, or actually you can just go over here to flash, and you do write vehicle, and it'll pop up again like it did when you did read, and you write it. It writes it, and this will make your gauges do some weird stuff as it's right in your computer. And after that, you are complete. You can go ahead and start the truck up, or the vehicle up, and get it warmed up to make sure they come on. If you just want to check your wiring, you can simply go to the scanner, and you got this, and you're gonna have a little car button up here, and that's how you connect to your vehicle. I have it connected through Bluetooth right now, so it's already connected. It's not reading anything right now because I haven't told it to. I can say start scanning. There we go. There's all your information, and it's not running right now. So, but if you want to check your fans before you just for wiring, you can go over here to go to system, fans, fan 1 on, hard to see the fans, and then on. You can hear the high speed now. So that's if you just want to check the fans. You can also just do other things right here with HP tuners, but that's not what this video is about. That's just so you can check the operation of them right there. I did forget to show, when I was showing you guys that harness in relay box, it was missing a 10 amp fuse. I did add it. Alright guys, well, I don't think there's really anything else left to show you guys. The HP tuners right there. Yeah, I think that pretty much wraps it up. I still need to cut some zip ties, I think, but everything's all done. I drove it today. It worked great. I'm hoping to get just a hair better gas mileage, but yeah, I think that pretty much wraps up this video, guys. If you guys have any questions, drop a comment below or hit me up on Instagram. A lot of people like to direct message me on there. It's a little faster and easier. I'll get it quicker. But yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching.